Today I'm going to share with you one of my favorite platforms from when I was in the classroom. It's called Classcraft. It's a gamification platform where students' behavior can be managed. They can do assessments, they can do discussion posts, and also turn in assignments. So I'm going to show you some of the basics related to Classcraft so that it's easy for you to implement straight into your classroom and then learn a bit more about the tool later. So if you go over here on the left-hand side, you're going to see there's three tabs. There's players, teams, and class. If I click on players, I can click on individual players. So I'm going to click on Jared, and you can see HP are health points, AP are action points, XP is experience points, and GP are gold points. You can see their totals for that individual player. You can also see their level and what class they are. So he chose to be a warrior on his team. You can also see down here the powers and places that they can learn those powers. So if I go back up to teams, the most important piece that you need to know as a teacher is when you start Classcraft with students, you're going to want them to form their own teams. And I put an emphasis on own because you're going to get into situations where if you start grouping your students in teams and someone falls to battle or loses their HP, it may be really difficult for students who are also going to lose HP as a result of that behavior. So it's really wise of you to end up allowing them to make their own teams and not have them have that blame for that person losing HP be put on you. So it's all about student ownership, and you're going to have student ownership if you allow them to form their own teams. So if I go back over here to players, we can click on any of these other students and you can see the differences in their powers and their attire. When you form those teams, they're going to decide if they're going to be in the class warrior, healer, or mage. You're going to want to tell them to be strategic about which class they choose depending on their team. You're going to want to make sure that each of your teams has at least one of those individuals. If I go over here to class, you can also see I can look at the entire class and all of their totals at the same time. You can also filter, just like in a spreadsheet, if you want to see who has the most of something. And you can do attendance in here if you'd like to. So in terms of like maybe Jared is absent and all of my students have been working really, really hard, they get an exceptional effort award. We wouldn't want the students who are absent to get those. So that would be a great way to use that tool. So if I go over here to teams, you're going to notice, let's say that we're in the middle of an activity and Jared is, first of all, he had incomplete homework. He didn't finish that. You're going to see over here, he's going to take minus 20 damage unless his teammate responds and is able to protect him. So she's going to protect him. And as a result, she's going to lose some of her action points, some of her HP, but she's going to get experience points. And the reason they want these experience points is because this allows them to level up. Once they reach 1,000 points in a level, they will level up. And that also gets them gold points, which allows them to buy snazzy shields, update their attire, really customize their avatar. So they love to help their teammates. Let's say that as a result, Jared still, he's incompleted his homework, right? And she doesn't want to save him this time. He's going to lose those 10 points. Let's say there's actually one where he's going to actually lose everything. He's going to fall in battle. And this is where she's also going to have to hopefully save him. If she doesn't save him, let's just say she doesn't save him, lets him fall in battle, he's going to have a consequence. And these are consequences that you can customize as a class, and I highly recommend that you have students help you customize these because then it becomes more authentic for them because they made the rules for themselves and they're more likely to do it that way. So let's let him accept his fate. As a result of losing his HP, these students in his team are going to lose that HP. 10 points. So everyone's going to apply that damage. If we were in the middle of class and we didn't have time to apply that damage, or we had to get through something really quick and we thought somebody was going to die or fall in battle as a result of the losing of 10 points and there would have to be consequences and that would take up time, we can always deal with that damage later. And if we do that, it's going to send a notification over here and we can click on that and we can deal with it when the time is right. So the only other thing that I want to show you is down here where the scroll is are random events. Random events are really, really great when you have students coming in, especially middle school and high school students who are moving classes. They come in, they work on a do now or some kind of entrance activity, and then you want to start your class and then into your instruction. This is a great break in the day that's very consistent for students. And what you would do as a teacher is you'd have this on the board, you'd click see event, the event's going to pop up. It says everyone loses minus 5 AP. So if we click next, you can see everyone has lost 5 AP. We apply that damage, it'll take us here so we can see that. Just another example of an event, if I click here, one-legged gnome in the middle of the 12 statues on the full moon will bring about the fulfillment of the prophecy. A random player, so this is only going to happen to one person. Says a random player can dance before the classroom. If he or she does so, he or she gains 25 XP and triggers a new event. So they just get up and they move their arms in the air. That's great. Like, give them the 25. Click next. Ooh, look who that random person is. Yay, we're going to finish that. And we can apply that award to that student. So it's kind of a cool game. The random events are really motivating for students. So I highly recommend that you include those in your use of Classcraft in your class. And if you start to run out of events down here, make a Google form that says random event and allow students to form their own random events, and you can add them underneath here where it says manage events. You can add those new events over here. And then you build more ownership in your classroom. So that's just a quick demonstration of Classcraft. If you have any questions about it, let me know. If there's other screencasts that you want me to create as a result of the need to dive into, let's say, behaviors or powers or customizing or those kind of things, let me know. All right, talk to you later.